Okay, guys, this will be our final video for tonight. It went actually a few more than what I thought, but I was really having a good time explaining the game to you. And again, I hope you're enjoying all this. So we're going to look at kind of the grand finale here, but know something. This does not scratch the surface on this game. There is so much more. I can't tell you how much, so much more. But hopefully, people are seeing now why this game took so long. I was very as you know, passionate about it, and to give people a game that was quality and of course quantity. And anything when you involve those two, it takes time. It's just something I was not about to just rush through and get done. So hopefully this kind of puts it in perspective of why we took this time with it, because this is really something special, I believe. Okay, so let's get on with this so I don't run out of time again, because I want to show you all this. In this land of Avalon, we're going to be going back to this a few times. I created these different factions, the Black Hand Army, and then there's another one called the Faith, and it is this actually, and there's kind of like their headquarters, House of the Faith. The Faith is this evil religious cult that believes they are going to usher in this new epoch in Avalon's history. And they're a very violent and very malevolent religious cult. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a few of the members. We're going to look at a concept piece. And then I thought I'd show you just a few more, just kind of whet your appetite. So when I created this cult, this is one of the high-ranking members of it. This is just a very rough draft. This is, of course, Freddie. I told Freddie that I had this vision for one of the cult members called the Father of the Faith, and it's like this 8 to 9 foot figure with demonic wings and like this trident, and kind of demonic, but very hulking. And one of the things is I wanted him to carry these severed heads, that when he kills humans, he takes their heads and he hangs them from a chain and carries them. So Freddie, just please be seating before you see this. There is a Father of the Faith, part of this religious cult, and Freddie he sent me that. I mean, that's just amazing. And there's the heads, how perfectly, and it's not too grotesque, because when you do this kind of game, you don't want to, especially if kids are going to be playing, to see some very human-like heads. So we were kind of or Freddie was very appropriate with it, which I appreciate. So that is a Father of the Faith. So it went just from this, and I said that was, just roll with that. And so that was the final product of that. And so let's take a look at its monster card, Father of the Faith. He's a level 3 champion. Of course, normal version. Origin stories, Lair of Aben. So let's shoot over here to Avalon, and Lair of Aben is way west, kind of like in the forest here. And see the tower, see the tower there. So there's the origin stories, the origin of Father of Faith. That's where they come from. We're going to be jumping back for this map for something else I want to show you. So we could see the Father of the Faith is very powerful with physical warfare, very strong in spiritual warfare, and quite powerful in chaos warfare. 17, 13 plus for your loot and gold roll. You can get 200 gold on a drop if it drops the gold, 6 health, and 2 life force. And the symbol here, that is for mythical. So we know that this is a mythical monster we're dealing with here. The elite version here, same thing here, and special ability is Visions of the Abyss. And I will say this much, that that your hero can get an affliction because of this. So real quickly, I'm gonna show you all of them, but I'm just gonna give you a glimpse of into the cult known as the Faith. We're gonna look at Sister of the Faith. Where is it? There she is, Sister of the Faith. This is just an elite. I didn't pull out the origin story one. I'll keep that a secret. Very similar to Father of the Faith, physical warfare, spiritual warfare, and chaos warfare. Has a good chance on an 8 plus on your gold loot roll. 8 will get you 100 gold, 17 plus for loot. and human. See the hands open? So she's a human, and when you read her origin stories, you'll hear about why they're human, and I'll just say how they were abducted and brought into the cult. So we'll leave it at that. So there's that. Last one we'll look at is a keeper of the faith. This is a level 2, and this is like kind of like the priest figure in this cult. Zooming in, 16 plus for the loot roll, 10 plus for the gold roll. Another mythical creature, 4 health to life force, and very strong in arcane warfare, spiritual warfare, and chaos. And Freddie Lopez again. Oh, Freddie on this, amazing Sister of the Faith, and Keeper of the Faith. And when I told Freddie about this, notice how these eyes, like there's this bandage with blood. And so the story kind of I wrote, and it goes with this Book of Tormented Souls. The special ability in origin stories I wrote is the eyes were carved out of this priest's head, and they were embedded within this book it carries. And notice the ghostly skulls. Your heroes are going to have to do some type of attribute test because the ghostly skulls see for the keeper. You know, so its eyes are within the book, the skulls come out of the book, and they seek out the heroes. And so that's kind of like a little behind the scenes of what I was envisioning when I created that monster. But, you know, with the staff, Freddy did the staff, and just, you know, the showl thing, or, you know, the thing over its head, just amazing. I mean, his art is just fantastic. So there's a little bit of the cult known as the Faith. Finally, we're going to wrap up this, hopefully within time, because I'm not going to get cut off again. Guardians. There's 8 guardians in the game. These are like the boss-like creatures. Where heroes can level up to level 3, guardians can level to level 4, and they could become incredibly powerful in this game. We are going to take a look at Red Widow. Now, when Freddy and me, again, Freddy, all of these monsters, by the way, all Freddy's work, and, you know, we work together to create these absolutely amazing. This was the first rendition of Red Widow. And I asked him to kindly change some things. He actually kept this piece, and I think he finished it. This wasn't totally finished, but he liked, you know, with the black hair and this kind of armor. And so the final piece, I'll have to show you with his, you know, permission. I'll show you what his version of Red Widow looks like. But the one that I asked him to change, this is the final version for the game. And I vision, especially for one of her special abilities, I think at level 3, called Inject the Venom. She has these 2 dual daggers with green venom dripping, and I wanted her with white hair and this scream with these fangs and her eyes rolled white, and kind of like, notice that she has this whitish, greenish, bluish skin. That's what I pictured for Red Widow. So that is the final art for that. And you see, it's got some cobwebs on her. And there's all the Guardians have quests in the game. There's 60 unique quests. So she has her own quest in the game. So you'll have to deal with her. And I'm going to just show you her origin story, because, you know, I wrote origin stories for everything. So real quickly, because she's a Guardian, she has a better chance of dropping loot. So see right here, you're actually going to get to roll twice with the D20. So that's why it says ×2. On a 15 plus, you get to, you know, draw a loot card. On a 7 plus, you'll get 300 gold. So once you make one loot roll and gold roll, you just do another. Because it's a Guardian, better rewards, better loot, more gold. Makes sense, right? 6 health, she's worth 5 life force. If I get cut off, I will be back. Hopefully I don't. Strong in spiritual warfare, mythical warfare, and arcane warfare. You definitely want to party, you know, rally a few heroes together. So the origin story, Origins, the Vile Tower. Let's shoot back over here to the Vile Tower. Right here. There it is. That's her origin story. And you know what? I don't want to get cut off because I want to wrap it up. So sorry to leave you with a cliffhanger. Let me stop this, and we're going to come back, read Red Widow's origin story, show you a few things, and we'll wrap all this up. And I think that'll be the best way to do it. Okay, last video. I'll see you in just a few seconds.